All right, this is going to be AP Calculus. We are in lesson 5-2, Standard L. What is Standard L, ladies?
Antiderivatives.
There it is, antiderivatives. Okay, so that means we're talking about general and power antiderivatives today, and this is something that John calls paying the taxman method, Mr. Wynn. And it's a really great way to do U substitution, and I will formally teach all of us U substitution, but this is the cutesy little trick to get this through really fast. All right, there are 3 easy steps. We're going to find U, we're going to find the taxman, and then we're going to find du dx. What is that again? Oh, with respect to x. Yeah, there it is. All right, so let's go ahead and find U. So your inner U, right? You have to find your inner U. Where is U in this integral?
4x plus 1.
There it is. Let me write down it in blue. I want to change my color. 4x plus 1. What house are we in?
U house. I'm just kidding.
Powerhouse, because we have a power up here. So you are in powerhouse. Okay. So we know what U is. And this is something that's kind of new. Taxman. Taxman is in here. It is going to be the derivative of, taxman is going to be the guy at the front door. He's either going to be at the front door or the back door. Usually taxmen, they come through the front door, but they sometimes go through the back door, usually the front door. So our taxman here, he's 8. He's outside of our function. Our taxman is 8. And you got to pay the taxman. We'll figure out what we're going to pay the taxman. Du dx, what is that?
Derivative of U.
And what is, so what is, now evaluate it. We have U.
That would be, you have to do inner and outer.
So Joy said it's 4. Why is it 4? Someone,
4x plus 1.
exactly, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Take the derivative, that's powerhouse, it comes down to 4. All right, so we're on step 2 now. We're going to pay the taxman. Actually, I can write step 2 a little bit up here because we don't actually need to write anything. We're going to write on this line up here. So this is step 2 is pay taxman. All right, remember, taxman is 8. We need to pay him. So there's a very key note for taxman. You cannot pay him a variable rate. You need to give him some money. It can be negative money. You might owe the taxman. So if it's negative money, they owe you. If it's positive, you have to pay them. It can be positive or negative. So maybe we should add that. Can be plus or minus. It can be positive or negative. If it's negative, they owe you money, right? Just like the taxes. And if it's positive, then you owe them money. But the main thing here, let's star this. This is important. Cannot be variable. If it is a variable, something has gone wrong. You can't give the taxman, I'll owe you $500 sometime. It has to be some fixed amount. You got to pay it. Got to pay your taxes April 1st.
So it
Or
can't
April.
be a variable. It can't be like B or C or.
And yeah, it can't be anything with an X, can't be anything with a C, can't be a variable.
Okay.
All right. You're going to pay the taxman this amount of money. So the amount of money, and let's go ahead and make a line right here. To make this a giant fraction, I should have written my 4 a little bit to the right. I had to erase it too. The amount that I pay my taxman is 8 divided by 4, that is 2. So this 8 now is going to be paid. We're paying the taxman. This guy, get rid of him. We have now paid the taxman. It is a 2.
How do you know it's 2? Or 4, I mean. Because, never
The
mind.
derivative of.
So you always do taxman divided by du dx. Just make this into a fraction. Whenever you see a problem like this where it's an integral and we know that we have to pay the taxman because we have a number outside, then we know that we're going to do these 3 steps. We're going to find u, taxman, du dx. We find taxman. We know what we pay the taxman by doing 8 divided by 4. Whatever this number is divided by this number. And then we pay the taxman. This is now a 2. So let's rewrite this down here. This is now the integral of 2 times 4x plus 1 to the power of 3 dx. All right. And the third and final step,
Plus C.
anti-differentiate. And we did this yesterday. Okay, I can spell here. Differentiate.
Mr. Sindel,
Oh gosh. What's up?
do we get to have a fun day tomorrow?
Sadly, no. We have to get through another lesson. And then we have 2 lessons for Thanksgiving break. That's what we agreed on, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
We should talk to Benoit about like our practice schedule so we could like figure out what days we want
Right. I have your schedule all the way out until almost Christmas now.
for practice.
For
Are you talking about practice?
for our class.
Oh.
All right. So anti-differentiate this. This is Powerhouse. What do we do for Powerhouse?
Add 1
Add 1.
and then divide down.
Maybe I should do this in a different color. Add 1, divide down. You have the steps memorized. That's good. So add 1, and then we're going to divide down. So this is now going to be a 4. I should probably get the right color here. Now that we've anti-differentiated, it's going to be that 4x plus 1. All of that is now to the power of 4 because we added 1. There's still a 2 there, and I'm going to divide down. This power comes down to become a 4. Simplify this, and it becomes
1/2.
1/2. So we can write that a few different ways. You can write the 1/2 out in front, or you can do 4x plus 1 to the power of 4. All of that divided by 2.
So you can write the 1/2 in front though, right?
You can, yeah. We're forgetting something.
Plus C.
There it is.
And that's our answer.
That's our answer. That's paying the tax man. So just running through these steps, once again, making sure we have this thorough understanding. We find U, find the tax man, find du dx. All of them are here. U is going to be whatever that inner is. You need to find your inner U. Okay. Then to find what you pay the tax man, it's going to be tax man divided by du dx. Treat this as a fraction. Just write a line here, and then pay the tax man. This 2 is taking the place of 8. And then go ahead and anti-differentiate.
Wait, so how come
That rhymed, but
we
no one caught it.
didn't pay the taxman yesterday?
We didn't have to pay the tax man because there was no tax man. The tax man was 1.
So you only do that when there's a number on like the outside.
Whenever there's a tax man, whenever there's a number on the outside, exactly. All right, so now I'm going to teach you the proper math. So this was, if someone saw me writing this line right here, a mathematician would have came in and punched me or something because that's totally incorrect. Let's learn the proper U
I
substitution.
feel like he uses that like every time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get punched by it.
We're mathematicians, am I right?
I feel like a video of a mathematician.
They're aggressive people.
Okay, I forgot. This is called U substitution, not just substitution. U substitution. And if you're doing any extra work on Khan Academy, look up U substitution and practice this over and over again. So that's whenever dinner is not equal to 1, you're going to use this. What is dinner again? What does that stand for?
The derivative of inner.
Yeah, the derivative of inner. So whenever dinner is not equal to 1, these are the steps. So we'll say, I think there's 5 easy steps here. 5, you can say relatively easy, but I'm going to say,
Wasn't dinner 4?
yeah, so the dinner was not equal to 1.
So we do that after?
So I'm confused on your
Since
question.
it wasn't equal to 1, like, did we already do the steps or like?
Yeah,
is this
these are the proper way of doing it. So the correct way of seeing when to use taxman is when this guy is not equal to 1. When the derivative of this is not equal to 1, that's taxman. It's not just when there's a number out front because that's just the A. So I guess I misspoke. It should have been whenever the derivative of this inside is not 1, you can do paying the taxman or U substitution.
Oh, so that's like two different things, 2 different strategies.
2 different strategies. You'll probably do this one on the test. Please just do this one on the test. When you do free response and you write paying the taxman, those AP graders are not going to know what you're talking about. That's why you need to do this. Sometimes multiple choice, it has
You
U
get it
substitution in
right,
it.
they'll be like, "Ooh."
There will probably be 2 to 4 points of U substitution questions on the AP test out of 108 points. So if you don't know it, it's not the most crucial thing, but we should learn it. Okay, 5 easy steps. Here we go. Step 1. Find U and du dx. So let's rewrite this again. We had the integral of, and we're not going to write anything on the top, so it can be on that first line. The integral of 8 4x plus 1 cubed.
So now we never wrote above that line. no?
Yeah.
Oh,
And now my.
I thought we were supposed to write the 2 up here. This is paying the taxman.
Hey. didn't even use a full line for that.
Oh my gosh.
I left like 2 lines.
Yeah.
So when my computer tries recording and writing a bunch on one slide, it starts freaking out. I wrote N, and then it.
Oh my god! During my
I blame
paragraph,
my computer.
for Paradox, I kept writing paragraph. Like I was like this paragraph of the like start of the.
All right, so let's do step 1.
I cannot flip through.
Step 1. What is our inner U? Again, it is. It's this thing.
4x plus 1.
Yeah, 4x plus 1. Thank you, Isabel. 4x plus 1. And what is du dx? Perfect. We already did this. So very similar. So this is where it starts changing. We need to find dx. So step 2, find dx. We need to get rid of this dx. So we're going to solve for dx to substitute in for the dx. All right, so what does that look like? This is technically, I'm going to do switch colors here to let you know that I'm showing extra stuff. This is technically 4 over 1. I have a fraction equal to another fraction. What do I do to solve for dx? Exactly, cross multiply. So when I cross multiply, I get 4 du is equal to, whoa, that's not right. Du is equal to 4 dx. All right, solving for dx, what do we get?
You get du over 4.
Yeah, so dx will equal du divided by 4, or 1/4 times du. Either way is fine. Perfect. So what we have now is we have a u here, and maybe we should kind of circle these to let you know that they're important. We have a u, and we have a du. These are the two crucial things when doing u substitution. We're going to substitute both those in for this function. We need to have a u and a du, no more x's. If you have some x's, something has gone wrong. You have suddenly entered the realm of multivariable calculus, which you do study in college if you go on that route. But in this AP curriculum, we are in single variable calculus. That's why we need to make sure that we have only one variable. So step 3 here.
On the side. One variable.
Yeah, so we'll do that in green. Only one variable. Because otherwise you've gone into multivariable calculus, which is fun, and it's not that much harder. It just means like 3 integral signs instead of 1. There's some really cool proofs in multivariable calculus. I'd love to talk about them, but our schedule is insane. All right, so step 3 is substitute u and dx. Substitute u. U is going to go in. I don't need a comma here, and I can say and dx. Okay, so let's do that. What does that look like? So u is really 4x plus 1, so all of this inside now is going to become what?
Wait. What is 4x plus 1 now?
4x plus 1, what did we say that was equal
It
to?
was u.
U. So this inside now is no longer 4x plus 1, but it's u. Notice that we've changed the variable from an x to a u. Therefore, the name u substitution.
Wait, I'm confused.
All I've done so far is I've rewritten this. I haven't rewritten the dx yet. I'm going to get to that in a sec. But up to this first part, I wrote 8 times the quantity of this 4x plus 1. We said on this line that 4x plus 1 is our u. We found our inner u. It is 4x plus 1. We wrote that u down here. It's still cubed.
So you plug in du over 4?
Yeah, and now instead of writing dx, I'm plugging in, as Joy said, du over 4. That is our new dx. And then let's simplify this a little bit.
So then you technically pay the taxman. Divide.
So that is kind of like the taxman, because 8 divided by 4 is 2. I don't even need parentheses here. It's just u cubed du. All right, so that brings us to step
How
4.
did you get the du over 4 on the outside?
So du over 4, we found that right here. Maybe it would have been better to, instead of circling du, to circle dx. Let me rewrite that.
Yeah, because on the side you have find dx. What, for the steps?
Right, and we did find dx. Oh, what?
Oh god.
It did. I let go and it does it. Like the computer can't keep up with me. I'm just too fast. Come on, eraser. You got this. I'm pressing down right there.
What? It's really good.
So I guess I should really circle the dx because that's really the thing that we're trying to find here. So dx is du over 4. So this dx, this used to be a dx, it's now du over 4. That's all we did. We substituted this guy in. All right. Now, step 4, we're finally going to do the anti-differentiation. So anti-differentiate. Okay, well, what's the antiderivative of 2u cubed?
It would be 6u squared.
Careful there. Let's do the u to the power of 4,
Darn it.
Yeah.
and then divide by this.
We did the derivative.
Yeah, I know. And that simplifies to,
1/2.
yeah, u to the 4, or 1/2 u to the 4, or u to the 4 divided by 2. All right.
That's our answer?
Hold on. They gave us a problem with x, and we
Plus c.
find, well, we do need a plus c. I guess I can write that here too. They gave us an x, and we gave them back a u. You asked for a double-double. They gave you French fries. Like, you got the wrong order. We need to give them back an x.
So just put x in the place.
So how do we get this turned back into an x?
You could just sub in 4x plus 1.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the final step 5.
This is kind of a pain.
Step 5. It is. That's why that's why Mr. Wynn invented TaxMan, so you don't have to do all of this every time.
Can we just do
Thank
that?
God for Mr.
Can we just do that?
Yes. So yes, you can plug in. Yes, you can just use TaxMan, even on my test. But when there's a free response on an AP test, when we're studying at the end of the year, we need to go over and relearn U substitution, because there will be questions that ask you, "What is U? What step did this girl mess up on in her U substitution?" They will ask about this process. So plug U back in, or plug U. I'll say yeah, back in. So our final answer now is 4x plus 1. That used to be our u. We'll put parentheses around it because we're substituting. Whenever you do substitution, do your parentheses. All of this divided by 2 plus c. There's our final answer.
Great. Thank God for TaxMan.
Yeah.
Just call Mr. Wynn and thank him.
He actually invented that in his first year of teaching. He's very proud of it if you ask him about it. He made a point of letting me know that too.
Like, I'm very proud of this.
He said, like, in my first year, I was just trying to figure things out, so I didn't come out with all this cutesy stuff, but I did make in this unit, I did make one thing this unit, and it was TaxMan, and it just came to me when I was talking about taxes to my other classes. All right, so we have TaxMan and U substitution. We need to know both of these. All right, are there any questions about this?
No.
All right, that ends the notes. You guys want to say goodbye to the video?